So I was reading through an article I saw from Slate magazine, and they're discussing what Hesketh and Trump are doing to the United States. Going back up some past history before Trump, in 2000, in the first Trump administration, Trump considered his generals to be his, that they should do everything he says, not question him. If he says nuke China, nuke China. If he says kill protesters in front of the White House during the George Floyd riots, there shouldn't be a question. You should shoot them and kill them because I said so, and the military is there to do my orders. Well, he didn't like the pushback from Milley and the other Joint Chiefs of Staff said we can't do that. Once when he was on the George Floyd things, when he said no, they can't kill them, he says, well, can you just shoot them in the legs? This is actual shit. I know you MAGA want to rewrite history, but that's the truth. So when Trump's second administration came in, he knew what he had to do. He had to get rid of generals and military officers who are loyal to the Constitution. Because remember, when you take a oath to the Constitution, and I know MAGA is trying to spin it now that you take an oath to the Constitution, that means you have to obey the president, period. No. President is part of the Constitution on the that he's the head of the military. But you don't take a loyalty to the Constitution. You know, you say a loyalty to the president as part of the Constitution. Take a loyalty to the Constitution, which starts with we the people. So as a military member or usually a federal officer, you take an oath to defend the Constitution, hence the people of the United States, from enemies, foreign and domestic, and uphold the laws. Not whatever the president says. That's not in your oath when you're a military member for the Constitution. It doesn't work like that. You might want it to work like that, and you fucking Project 2025 and goddamn evangelical pigs think so, but it's not true. So fast forward to now, second Trump administration. The last weekend, that night, it was the night of the long knives, and he got rid of the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who has to be a black man. So we know why. Remember, when they say DEI, they mean Jim Crow. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them bullshit you on it. Those people were qualified to begin with because you don't get that rank without just saying, hey, he's the first black man, we just put him in there. You going to say that about Colin Powell? Okay. But see, that's the gaslighting. Also, they removed the head of naval operations on the Joint Chief, who happens to be a woman. Again, same bullshit that they're doing. So what Slate is reporting as Hesketh is going step by step through the Pentagon, asking officers, high-ranking officers, will you obey the lawful orders of President Trump? Not what the orders are or anything. Will you obey the orders from Trump? And if the military officer's statement is, I have to know what they are before I can obey them and make sure they're lawful order, you're fired. They are looking for literally generals and officers in the upper echelon that would do whatever Trump wants without any hesitation. Kill everyone during the protest? Cool. Drop a bomb on a city like New York or Los Angeles that he doesn't like because they obey him? Sure. Invade Greenland, kill everyone in there to make sure we can put American settlements there? Sure. Nuke Mexico City? Sure. Hey, drop a bomb on Montreal to remind them who's in charge. I never liked those French anyway. You see what I'm saying? No offense, French Canadians. I know you're Canadian. I apologize for that statement. Or basically go nuke Paris because President Macron upset him. You think that's what I'm saying might be overblown. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. So I want to ask, because on my last live I had Trucking T on my live. Go watch it. It's on YouTube. And I asked him straight up, do you think the military or military personnel will shoot or kill civilians in the United States for peacefully protesting if Trump tells them? And he was an emphatic no. I want to ask other veterans, because I believe them, but in this type of new environment where they're getting rid of your higher officers who run you and they say you have to do it, will they do it? Will they shoot anyone that's told? Will they go anywhere that Trump says because they replace the officers with any common sense? I really want the answer to that, because this is a concern of mine. I find it hard to believe, and I find it hard to believe that officers that get removed aren't going to be starting moving behind the scenes to prevent that from happening. Because if the United States Army, Navy, or Marines, mostly the Marine, what's on the ground, decide, and they do kill civilians, those of you who have been in or are vets, and those of you who have been or active military now, who would never do that, who have been removed though, like officers removed because they wouldn't do it, how do you react to that? Is it time? Do you have to think about civil war? I mean, this baffles my mind that the United States military, the only one time the U.S. military did this, under Douglas MacArthur, to remove the bonus army just before, during the Hoover administration, just after the start of the Depression, because they were asking for their money. Douglas MacArthur was a big believer of a big stick, even on home ice. They used tanks. Look up the videos. It's horrid. Because he thought they were commies. So if Trump says the same thing to the U.S. military, will be a general like go Douglas MacArthur on the United States populace? And they have bigger weapons now. Would you mow down people with a .50 caliber on top of a Humvee? With an APV? Would you drop a M1 and roll over people? A la Tiananmen Square? I need an answer from vets. Tell me that I'm not totally paranoid, that you guys will stand up and tell your officers to go fuck themselves. And Trump the same. Just please, because this is a big concern for me.